Ladies and gentlemen, this is Eziel, Lancer on Farrell Valley. I'm here with Strength. He's the guild leader of him, and so we're going to talk a little bit with him about his run for Vanarch, and just ask a couple questions, give him a chance to talk about his guild and the platform as far as on what they plan on doing if they win the Vanarch seat. And so to start off, what I generally like to ask is just Strength. How many folks do you guys have inside of your guild?
Well, currently we have around 20 to 30 members online actively, as in like all time. But I believe we have around 80 to 100 that's active users, but they're on and off.
Okay, good deal. Now, of course, the voting's already started, and I know that you've already got your candidacy up and running. And how is that going so far for you? I'm sure you've already kind of looked where you guys ranked at.
So far we're ranked number 2 on Southern Shara, and we're under Carpi Noctem.
Okay.
We'll try to make it to first, but I've heard from civil guild leaders that you can only have one Vanarch per province,
Right, right. So,
which I initially thought was 15 for total, because you'll have like one zone each.
right.
It's giving us more incentives to try harder and get number 1 leader.
Of course, absolutely. Now, so that's basically the province you guys are planning on running then, is the Southern Shara continent, right?
Yes, we're running for the Veritas district, which is Bastion, for those who don't know.
Okay. Now, as far as with your guild, have you guys been together before, Taro?
Yes, most of the primary members in this guild is from other MMOs we have played, and we grouped up to play Terra together. And initially we're at Jagged Coast, but we transferred over because due to the long queue time and stuff.
Right, yeah. I used to be in Jagged Coast too. I could definitely understand that. I remember having to wait, 30 minutes to an hour sometimes
Yeah.
before getting queued up. So, now as far as with Terra, how long has him been playing? How long have you guys been playing Terra?
We've been playing since closed beta 1, most of the
Nice.
users, and so we've been playing for like several months, but on and off, because then you only have the weekends to play during closed beta.
Right. Yeah, I remember going through and having to wait 2 weeks. I about pulled my eyes out trying to wait for that next weekend to
Yeah.
play again. So yeah, know exactly what you mean. Now, what is it about Terra that really brings you here, and what do you like about Terra?
When I first saw this game, I thought the graphics was like beautiful, and the combat system was very unique. So I decided to try the game out, and when I played it in the closed beta, I was pretty much sold.
Sweet, that's awesome. So now with the actual political system, I know this is our first cycle, and I know there's going to be a lot of learning experiences for everybody, I think. But so far, what's your initial thoughts as far as how the political system is going so far?
For now, I think the political system is more lenient towards the big guilds and the big alliances because it's based on popularity. But soon, I think they'll add the PvP declaration where you can actually become a Vanarch if you have the skills to become one. So it's more balanced towards the smaller guilds.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people were disappointed that the battlegrounds were not introduced, so that way the smaller guilds could actually be more skilled players and actually win being a Vanarch based off of skill instead of just popularity. So it's a little disappointing there. But now with him, are you guys more oriented towards PvP or PvE or kind of split down the middle?
Currently we're just doing PvE because we don't have that many users actively PvPing, but in the long run, I think we want to PvP more because the PvE is just getting the gear you require to be more successful in PvP.
Absolutely. Now, as far as when you get the Vanarch position, you've got a couple things you can do there. I would assume, since being on a PvP server, are you guys going to pretty much leave the PvP open for your province?
Yeah, definitely. We don't want to restrict PvP in a PvP server
Right.
because it sounds pretty much redundant to the whole fact you want a PvP server.
Correct. Absolutely. So now, what about like the specialty shops and stuff? Do you guys have like a priority list on which ones you're going to open up first?
We're most likely gonna open the stamina person and the teleporter first
Okay.
because this zone is a 60 zone and it's the in-game instance is Baller's Temple, so I would assume a lot of the new players coming here is gonna get killed one way or the other. So they wanna have the stamina guy up, so you don't have to wait next to a fireplace for 120 stamina.
Yeah, I know that takes quite a while to
Next,
do that.
the specialty vendor. We want them to have the best gym, the alcahest, and the charms available to them for these end-game dungeons.
Excellent. And
But
then,
eventually, yeah, we're gonna have everything up and running.
okay, that sounds really good. Now, of course, with one of those, with one of the things with all the shops and brokerage and stuff, you'll be able to do taxation on folks. What are you guys thinking as far as your initial thoughts on taxing the citizens?
I'm not sure how much revenue we can gain from taxes, but any additional revenue is gonna go to hosting events. And I made a forum post about this, like the possible events, like PvP events or just some fun events in this region. So if there's additional gain from taxes, it won't be going to the guild. It'll
Okay.
be going back to the community.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks are talking about doing different types of events from what I've seen so far with my interviews, which I think is really excellent. Now, one question that I've asked people is, with it being a PvP oriented type server, what are your thoughts as far as if you do decide to do the tournaments? That might be a case where you might temporarily set things to PvE. What are your thoughts on maybe doing that?
Wait, excuse me? I understand.
As far as like with the tournaments, when you do tournaments, you if you have everything turned on PvP, you can have like the trolls or people come through and start messing around with the tournament or events. What are your thoughts about going and turning the province into PvE while you do those events temporarily?
Chances are we won't having to be doing that because we'll have like protectors surrounding the zones from our guild. I think they had a similar event in OK Lose. If you're an outlaw and you came during an event trying to mess it up, you'll be stomped.
Good. Okay. Good deal. That works. I think that's pretty much most of my generic questions there. The only thing I'll just do is just leave the floor open to you. Whatever you want to say to the voters on trying to get them to vote for you and him as far as for your Vanarchy.
Most of the information that you want to find out, I posted on the forum. So if you want to check that out, it's in the Pharaoh Valley section. And yeah,
Cool deal. Well, hey, listen, Strength. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk to me and do this interview. And good luck with your Vanarch candidacy.
oh, thank you and good luck on your videos. It's very good.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks.